everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Regina and I'm here to help you navigate your journey to become a dentist in the United States. And today we're going to talk about what to do if you didn't get accepted into an international dentist program this year. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So you didn't get accepted into an international dentist program this year. And first of all, let me tell you, I know how frustrating and disappointing this can be. Like, trust me, I have been through so many difficult moments in my own journey, so I just want you to know that you're not alone. I also know a lot of international dentists that have been practicing for many years in their home countries and just couldn't get accepted here. But they never really gave up and kept applying like year after year till they finally got accepted. I also know people that just have been working as dental assistants even though they are dentists in their home country. And they never gave up, and that's what they're really proud of today. Because today they are dentists here and they have their own practices and they're just very proud that they went through this and made it. So all of that means just because you didn't get accepted this year doesn't mean you're out of options. In fact, this is actually a good thing. If you didn't get accepted, you can use it as a turning point and improve yourself, improve your hand skills, your experiences, your whole application just to stand out, and you only become stronger through all of that. So the first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath and reflect a bit. Like, what do you think went wrong? Or what do you think was insufficient in your application? What do you think was the reason that dental schools didn't invite you to interviews or didn't accept you into their dental program? Even if you got invited to interviews, what could you have done better? I also want you to sit down and look through your CAPIT application. How did you showcase your clinical skills and your experiences? Is there maybe a way how you could have better explained what you have done so far? You really have to go through everything again. And I know we might be blind to things that we have read 1,000 times already, but make small changes and this can make a huge difference. So what about your statement of purpose? How compelling was it? How catching was it? I personally wrote my statement of purpose twice because the first time I worked with a different person and it sounded more like her than me personally. So that's why the second time when I wrote it, I definitely felt like it's more me and the reader can actually get who I am as a person and kind of feel what I'm feeling when I talk about dentistry. My statement of purpose is very personal and I think I also convey a lot of emotions there. So I believe that helped me quite a bit. So what could make you stand out in your statement of purpose? Like, what really made you fall in love with dentistry or with healthcare in general? As soon as you know that your statement of purpose is perfect, or if it perfectly reflects who you are as a person and what you really drew to dentistry, then you gotta find someone, preferably a native English speaker, who can go through your application and your statement of purpose. Let them read it and make sure that there's absolutely no spelling mistake. Even one spelling mistake can really break it for you, to be honest. Not only your statement of purpose, but also every essay that you have to write for schools, or if you have to submit a CV, make sure everything is correctly and that there are no spelling errors whatsoever. The next point is the TOEFL score. I have been asked multiple times about my personal TOEFL score and how important the TOEFL score is. So many schools say they want a score of about 90, but try to achieve a score over 100. I know it's not easy. I know that you might have to study longer than other people. You might have to spend a couple months just for your TOEFL score. It doesn't matter. Put the work into it and try to get something over 100 so that you will get the school's attention. I have made a separate video about statement of purpose and TOEFL score, which I will link down below so you can check it out as well. But yeah, me for example, I have taken the TOEFL twice. Not because I wanted to improve my score, but basically because my TOEFL score expired. And I didn't study that much for it that second time, but I got 1 point higher. I had a Turle Score of 114. And I'm sure that you can get it too with just like some simple tricks and, learning templates by heart, which I even included a template in the video that I posted. But it will just show them that you are capable of speaking to colleagues or patients. So show them that your English is proficient. My next big tip is send in your applications as soon as possible. Like, I can't stress that enough, but I think that's why I got invited by schools very early on, just because I think I was like one of the first ones that actually sent in my applications. I was ready with all my CAPIT stuff in January. I talked to my evaluators just so that they would be ready in March to send their evaluations in as soon as possible. I know schools give you a lot of time to apply, sometimes even till fall of the same year, but if you apply sooner, you will be on top of the list and they will look at your applications first. If they have seen 1,000 or 2,000 applications and you're like somewhere on the bottom, they will probably not notice you as much. And if you don't have high test results, or if you don't have a high GPA and maybe not as much experience in your home country as a dentist, and they might overlook all your strengths and not notice you at all. So the next thing you will do as soon as you know you're not getting into a school this year is you will work on your hand skills. You will just keep practicing for that bench test until you have at least 100 teeth or more. Like, I'm not kidding. Don't stop practicing. Even if you're working in a dental office in your home country already, practicing for the bench test should never stop. Because working on a patient and working on a mannequin are two different things. And also, the way that we prepare cavities on a mannequin is usually a little bit different than when we work on a patient. So you should never really stop doing that. You will get so good that your hand skills and your preparations will be perfection. So make it a daily habit or maybe a weekly habit where you sit down on the weekend and maybe do like 2 or 3 teeth, something that you just keep working on, so that you will be ready next year. As soon as they invite you, you'll be like, you know what, this is like second nature to me. I'm not even worried about the bench test at all. So this is the point where I want you to be at, where you're just, not stressed about the bench test at all anymore because you have done it so many times. The next thing is, how good are your interview skills? How confident are you? And how well can you, let's say, sell yourself as a clinician? If you are a little bit shy and timid, I would definitely recommend you to apply to a couple jobs here in the United States and talk to a couple of employers. Some dentists that, are looking for dental assistants, for example, and try to tell them who you are and what you have to offer. And you will see what kind of questions they ask, because interviews here in the United States are usually a little bit different than in your home country. You gotta get used to the questions that they ask and the way that you can respond to them. They will definitely be different than from what you are used to. So it's better to get used to them. And same as with the bench test, you should get to that point where you're so confident and you have talked about yourself so many times already, or you have presented yourself to people so often that you really know what the drill is. You know what to expect and you're not really that nervous about it. Of course, everyone is nervous, but you're not totally losing it because you know what it's like and you know how Americans think and what they want to hear. So do yourself a favor. Write down all the things that people commonly ask here in interviews and practice it. I have made a video about what to expect in dental school interviews if you want to check that out. But, practice in front of a mirror, maybe record yourself and rewatch it so you can, improve yourself and get better with every time. The experience that you have gained here in the United States are crucial too. Of course, it's super important what you have done in your home country, but dental schools mostly care about what you have done here in the United States. If you have only shadowed for like 1 or 2 weeks and maybe did some volunteering at the dental office for maybe a month or so, I'm not sure if this will really stand out to dental schools. I'm gonna be honest, I think you gotta do more and you gotta, just be so familiar with the healthcare system here in the United States that you just know how to, interact with the patients here, you know what to expect, and schools really want to see that you have done quite a bit here. So I have done a bit of volunteering, maybe a couple months here and there, and I've mostly worked here as a dental assistant, which is good. Like, I would recommend you at least get like 6 months of dental assistance experience here, and then you will get more competitive. In my opinion, if you have been struggling with getting accepted or invited to dental schools and you have been applying for years and years, then you should maybe think about more than just dental assisting. Can you maybe do a master's like dental public health, or do you want to start being a dental hygienist, which, you know, Florida's a great state for you to start doing that if you're interested. You know, just what else can you do on top of that? What else can you do on top of just volunteering and just, you know, maybe doing a dental assistant? Like, always try to improve yourself. What is the next step? What is the next higher thing that you could do? Next week, I will actually upload a video about how to become a dental hygienist here in the United States as a foreign trained dentist. And I will show you a step-by-step way how you can apply for the license and how you can sign up for the exams and everything. So if you're interested in that, then definitely subscribe and you can follow along for that video. I know all of this is hard, and I know it's so disappointing if you didn't get accepted or if you didn't get invited, but at this point, resilience is key. Don't lose sight of why you started this journey. Keep your goals in focus and try to remind yourself that, you know, there are so many other dentists that have gone through the same things, and, you know, they have applied, like as I said, they have applied for many years and they just didn't give up. So you want to be one of those people. You want to be the person that just didn't give up and succeeded at the end of this, okay? So you will succeed, and you just gotta keep on working and keep getting better and better every day. So use this time not only to build your skills and your CAPIT application, but also to work on your determination and resilience and just your character, and you will be so proud of yourself at the end of this. That's basically it for today, guys. I hope this video has given you some hope and maybe some practical advice on what you can do next. And if you have any questions, please let me down in the comments below. I am trying to respond to every comment that I get. And if you have a friend or a colleague that might need to know the things that you heard today, please share this video and subscribe if you want to see more in the following weeks, months. So yeah, thank you for watching. And remember, your goal is still in reach, so don't give up. See you next time, guys. Bye.